with each other. And we need to respect each other's cultures, emphasize with imagination and creativity. We will work together to create an inclusive shared society. We have the power to shift the future by the renaissance of consciousness and action. Everyone is a living environment architecture and community manager. Architects are also designers, translators, facilitators, moderators, uh, and catalysts. Uh, the architects are also responsible for community design and community management. And this slide, sustainable development goals. Goals 11, sustainable cities and communications. And make cities inclusive, safe, resident, and sustainable. And I, Okay. Just a moment, please. Yes, and this slide is SDGs and 11. And and COVID-19, persons with disability is this is a key message. And SDGs and message is 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 message. Half of humanity, 3.5 billion people lives in cities today, and 5 billion people are projected to live in cities by 2030. 95% of urban expansion in the next decades will take place in developing world. 800 to 28 million people live in slums today, and most of them are found in Eastern and Southeastern Asia. The world cities occupy just 3% of the Earth's land, but account for 28% and 75% of carbon emissions. Rapid urbanization is existing pressures on freshwater supplies, the living environment, and public health. Cities account for between 60 and 80% of emergency consumption and generate as much as 17% of human indicated greenhouse gas emissions. 90% of urban growth is forecasted to happen in Asia and Africa in next 30s. By 2050, 70% of the world population is dedicated to living urban settlement. And the Great Reset, World Economic Forum say we have to shift the Great Reset. What do you mean Great Reset? Mm, mm. After the COVID-19, someone says the world is uploading a financial crisis, dangerous situation, etc. Mm. How do you think about the Great Reset or new normal? New normal. Uh, I think sorry. Uh, you had Plague and Renaissance, um, human Renaissance. Looking back on history, there have been events in the history of the Renaissance and medieval Europe that are similar to the current state of the coronavirus, COVID-19. It is a plague outbreak. It is said that from the 40th century to from the 14th century to the 15th century, the plague became an explosive epidemic, killing about 80 to 100 million people. With Asia as a source of infection, it spread to Europe via the Silk Road and became a pandemic that spread throughout the globe. In Europe, it is estimated that about 20 to 30 million people, one third to two thirds of the population, have died. I think it is important concept, orchestration and co-creation in Asia. This slide is CO design. CO design mean crossing borders, communications, collaborations, compilations, connections, co-creations, concert. Society, society to analysis and knowledge to synergy society. CEO design is one of key concept design. This source is University of Osaka. And now our society is knowledge creation society. Maybe maybe 300 years ago, agriculture is main industry. The next, and 1950, information data is important key society. And 1990, knowledge analysis is main society. Now, sensing, thinking, and intelligence is main intelligence main society. Japanese society, Japanese society is knowledge creation society. And I'll I would like to talk about post the COVID-19 and urban design. Someone said city planning, urban design, and architecture may change or shift uh, after COVID-19. And urban planning culture for better public health in cities, public in cities. You know, United Kingdom city planning uh, beginning to housing policy and public health. Public health. Now, now we now uh, our urban design add to public health, public health. New WHO, our United Nations Habitat sourcebooks guides health and planning platitudes on putting health at the heart of urban and uh, territorial planning. As the COVID-19 pandemic continued to highlight the importance of safe distance in cities, a new sourcebook uh, launched by WHO and um, United Nations Habitat provides a wealth of useful information on ensuring human health is a key consideration for city planning. Um, Maybe hospital design. Hospital design has been developed in various ways to prevent the spreading of infectious diseases from the perspective of epidemiology, designs, and architectural engineering. Design architecture specialist with such knowledge may be needed in general office in the future. And this picture is 10 minutes work in USA and United States of America. And this slide it makes 100% promise to ensure that everyone in your city has safe, easy access to a quality park within 10 minutes walk of home by 2050. 2050. 10 minutes walk. And greening city improves mental health. Greening the city improves the mental health by study from the University of Pennsylvania. And this slide is Amsterdam's restaurant. Safe and intimate dinner at the waterside of the Oosterdok in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam. Hmm. And this slide is pop-up schools in United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Pop-up school. Student study in contemporary in contemporary intent, and 2 meters separation, 2 meters separation and designs, and eight people plus 1 teacher. 2 meter separation, and right side. And this is a lunch plate. This is lunch. I think it is very, very, very sad place. Sad. 悲しいですね。And people student people and study and play in study in the tent. And changing in working style and office in Japan. And emergency. Phase 1 is emergency. We began website conference. We started website conference, and with COVID-19 phase 2, and from telework at home to office to office work. Safe is very, very important concept. We changed the office room and they changed to desk or chairs. And post corona phase 3, telework and office work, the new office and new individual workplace and working. Now in Japanese society, with COVID-19 to post-corona. And city policies, urban planning policy. Japanese society is compact city and compact city and network, and smart city is important important concept. Now we used from smart city to super city smart city is human-centered society. with and post-corona, city planning is some changed. Key concept is smart and walkable city. Smart and walkable city. And this slide is a space fun to walkable city in Japan and Europe. Walkable city. Left side is in Paris, and this slide is Tokyo. Center is Tokyo. Is this right slide is Matsuyama in Shikoku Island in Japan. And now Japanese city change it to a walkable town. Walkable town. Walkable town. And we challenge to walkable city. One project is Parklet. One project is Parklet. Parklet started from San Francisco in United States of America. And in Japan, Kobe City or Himeji City or some Japanese, Tokyo, challenge to a walkable city. People don't come because there is a parklet, but parklet function where there are people. This slide is in San Francisco's parklet. A lot of parklet in located in San Francisco. This slide is some kind of parklet. Left slide is overflow to road.
I'm sorry, Sensei.
Sorry.
Can you show the slide?
We
cannot see. We cannot watch your
slide.
slide.
I'm sorry. あれなんでやろちょっと待ってくださいね。なんでだかなあれもう一回。もういけるかな Can you see?
Yes, okay, Sensei.
Okay. So, sorry. I'll show you this slide is Parklet. Parklet is walkable city. People don't come because there is a parklet, but the parklet function where there are people. Parklet began to San Francisco in United States of America. And parklet in San Francisco has been pavement to parks program since 2009. When it started since to 2019, it has moved to ground play. In Japan, Parklet project began to 2018 in Kobe. In San Francisco, there are a lot of parklet. A lot of parklet. This slide is in San Francisco. And this slide is some kind of parklet example. Left side is overflow to road, and right side is Kobe Parklet project, and some parking place changed to parklet. Some to drink coffee or tea or chatting. Sorry. And and public space. I'll talk about. I would like to talk about public space.
Oke, lanjut Mbak Dara. Mbak Dara di mana tadi? Landscape dan PWK.
Not. Can you see this slide? Okay.
Okay.
A public space. I'll talk about public space. Local government before public space managed local government. Now citizens and companies try to take charge of public space. One case study. Point Cook, Melbourne commuter towns. It was two very important persons, Susan and Sarah. Susan and Sarah are housewives living in Point Cook in Melbourne, in Australia, who set up in search of a place where the company could be connected. Susan and Sarah, who called out to each house in the neighborhood and recruited supporters. Susan and Sarah started crowdfunding. As a result of that action, they succeed in collecting collaborators and grants. Since 2018, in the summer of Australia, they have closed the roadway of about 200 meters, laid artificial turf to hold leaves performance, and conducted a project to create a space where children can play. And this slide is Point Cook. park. This is as before road. After someone play or sit the chair. This is public. This area is public space. This is public space. And this slide is public place in Kobe City. Architecture, Eri Tsugawa make this place. And what makes a great place? What makes a public place? And there are some an important concept. Place is user mass observation to users active, and to concept comfort and image, and third is access, access and linkages, and fourth concept is sociability, and how to make a great place, how to make a public place. And regeneration of the region. There are some multi-faced communication points in the city. Multi-faced communication point is very, very important concept. And understand and information and campaign and advertisement and website move and publication and logo and character, workshop and education, urban information center, food and goods, festival and event, and public space and public transport, and cityscape and architecture. I think a multifaceted communication point is important concept. And next important concept is civic pride. And civic pride is a term that refers to the pride of citizens in the city. It means citizenship as an entity that operated with rights and obligations. Civic pride is a kind of pride based on a sense of ownership that oneself is involved in trying to improve the regions. We take pride in creating, maintaining, and working on our own town. Besides work, hobbies, and family life, we may rediscover our existence value in the community. People with civic pride. People who have civic pride are a resource for community development. There are also activities involving private companies to foster civic pride. Fostering civic pride requires continuous effort, sustainable efforts. There is no boundary between working, living, playing, and learning. And civic pride management cycle, planning pride, and uh, designing delivery. Third, checking change. Three step is civic pride management cycle. I'll show you this. I'll show you this picture is one civic pride project in Kobe, in Japan. This, we called this project Kobe Mural Project. Kobe Mural Project from 2020. And in collaboration with one Kobe City Hall staff and 500 of citizens. 500 citizens collaborated. One person. His name is Daisuke Akita. His name is Daisuke Akita, who is Kobe City Hall staff. She is civil engineering, urban employment technical staff. Daisuke Akita, as Daisuke Akita said, I began to challenge began to Kobe Mural Project, collaborated Kobe citizens. In 2000 July, this is Kobe City Hall. Kobe City Hall. Some artists design and some artists and many citizens were painting. Another side, south side, and this is this is this one, and this is Kobe City Hall and Kobe City Hall. And on the front, and the city artists designed this picture and this picture. I donated I donated him some money. On my way to painting, my way to painting. And Daisuke Akita have many projects. One project is Kobe Universal Beach Project. People with disability, especially wheelchair user, cannot approach to seaside and or in the sea. Daisuke Akita sought to Daisuke Akita tried to approach and enjoy swimming with wheelchair users. And this ride is cleaning seaside, cleaning seaside. In Suma, Kobe City, this is ramp to this is ramp. Some wheelchair user enjoyed swimming, and some wheelchair users say, I had wonderful experience. I cannot think. I cannot think that I can't swimming. But dream come true. And this another this slide in station in Japanese railway station located on existence. This we call the station work. And some businessman feels a worst of waiting time for the train, and some businessman worked in shared office in the station. This is share station box in, and chairs and laptop, computer, conditioners, and air conditioners. Very, very comfortable small place. And third, Japanese famous proverb is onko chishin. Onko chishin means that a man keeps cherishing his old knowledges so as continually to be acquiring new. Onko jishin. I would like to talk about Edo period. Edo period. Edo period is 16th century, from 16th century to 18th century. This route is Nihonbashi in Tokyo. And Edo, now Tokyo, was famous for environmental circulation city, and population is 100 million. Population is 100 million. This route is this map is Edo maps. Some river connected, and this Tokyo Gulf, Tokyo one, and Japanese famous word, Japanese and in the world, mottainai, mottainai. What do you mean mottainai? I'll show you a photo of recycling oriented society using kimono clothing, kimono, kimono as an example, and first step, cultivate cotton. Two step, web a machine to make a clothes, tailoring a kimono, and unravel and unremake, to use long time, to use long time. 5 step, make a rug, and 6 step, burn to ash. 7 is return to soul as a fertilizer. Mottainai is, I think, important concept. Mottainai contains 3 concepts: reduce and reuse, recycle, and respect. This slide is furoshiki, Japanese furoshiki. We call it furoshiki. Furoshiki is an environmental friendly item. You can use it as a reusable bag, eco shopping bag. Can fold it up to a small size and carry easily when not in use. This is Japanese carry bag. We call furoshiki. And merchant and ordinary people lived in Nagaya, Japanese famous house in Edo era, which is one-story apartment. And this is main story, and this one, this is toilet This is water point. That they very and knowing what just enough, knowing what just enough on Japan's Edo period. An important perspective in sustainable society, feeling of respect for care, Even if things break, we will continue to repair and use them, living a polite life. Choosing and using things with a spirit of valuing もったいない. Stop throwing away or buying properly. Know the process of making the things you choose and cherish the things. This book is just enough lessons in living green from traditional Japan, written by Asby Brown. Okay, and could you show this website? Can you see this website? Okay.
Yes, website.
Grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages
Sorry.
that forge brighter.
Can you see?
The film or video?
Video?
No, we cannot see.
You cannot see.
Good morning. One of the things that TED is about is learning, and particularly learning about solving problems.
Can you see this website?
Today I want to talk about what I call the
Yes.
approach.
Not yet, Sensei.
Not yet.
Through studying Japanese traditional carpentry to the way the cities grew to how people are able to live in such small houses.
You're hearing the sound, but not the
entire system that the Edo period,
not yet.
1600 until the middle of the 19th century, about how they worked things out, because they were actually facing a lot of the same problems we face today: deforestation,
Can you
problems with
see?
the water supply.
Yes.
Through studying.
Yes, we can.
Good morning. One of the things that TED is about is learning, and particularly learning about solving problems and maybe finding lessons in unexpected places. Today I want to talk about what I call the Edo approach. My own journey has taken me through studying Japanese traditional carpentry to the way the cities grew, to how people are able to live in such small houses, and I've spent several years studying about sustainability, the entire system that the Edo period, which is from about 1600 until the middle of the 19th century, about how they worked things out, because they were actually facing a lot of the same problems we face today: deforestation, problems with the water supply, heavy population, density in the cities, waste. They were really facing a collapse. But over the course of a generation, they were able to reverse these negative trends and establish a very sustainable society that continued for more than 2.5 centuries. Basically, when we look at problems, we have an illusion that things like water or forest or energy or waste or food, that these are isolated aspects of the environment, isolated aspects of our life, but in fact they're connected, and we underestimate this. They're connected along what we might call vectors, interdependent, they influence each other. Sometimes when they work together well, it's very good, but if we fail to take this into consideration when we design our systems, etc., we can have what we have to call a catastrophic interaction. And this is actually what had started to happen to Japan about 400 years ago, and we're starting to see that ourselves now. The trick is to do what the Japanese were able to do, flip it around somehow, and make what we call a virtuous cycle, allow a virtuous cycle of positive mutual reinforcement emerge. I think one of the main ways that Japan did this was by implementing what we call multiform solutions. These are solutions or approaches to problem solving that attack more than one problem at once, that do more than one thing. And it sounds confusing. Do you mean I have to make a toothbrush that ties my shoes? No, it's not quite that simple. It's more like, isolating vectors where water interacts with the force, or where food interacts with waste, and attacking the problems there. Again, Japan really, at that period, was a very big society. We have a lot in common with them. There was 30 million people in the country. The cities were very dense. Edo, which is what Tokyo used to be called, had almost 1.5 million, 1.4 million people. That's a very, very big city. The density of the city of Edo, where the common people lived, was greater than the density of Tokyo today. And that is actually kind of mind-boggling to think. I think I'd like to look at one particular issue. Let's talk about water and our current problems with water. For instance, indoor water use, household water use, over 50% comes from the toilet and the shower. It's imperative that we reduce that. Somehow we have to reduce it. What can we do? Well, let's look at how the Edo period people approached their toilets. They used latrines, and they solved their problem by linking their toilet system to their agricultural production system. They said, we're going to use the toilet to help solve our productivity problem. It's going to make our land more fertile. They began to use this as fertilizer, and they established a very broad infrastructure of transportation, of brokers, and the amazing thing is that people could sell what was in their toilet. They made money from it because it was valuable. This is really, really a shocking thing to us today. If we were going to think about the ideal toilet system along Edo lines, you would say, well, one, no water. We're not going to use water. Our toilets, it's preposterous. We use a lot of fresh water coming in the toilet, and then we dump it into our water supply. This is absolutely idiotic. We have to stop doing that. We don't want to pollute, right? We can't pollute the water supply. We have to find somebody to use that waste. It's in the biological system, in nature, that recycles back into, the natural functions of growing plants and animals and the entire cycle of food. We're just throwing this away. It's preposterous. And there are other things we can reclaim as well, chemicals, phosphorus, things we might need. And finally, it would be great if we could find a way to make money from our toilets. I mean, how wonderful would that be? Right now, we pay all this money to get rid of the things, but it would be wonderful if we could make money from it. I wonder how many people know about composting toilets, for instance. Composting toilets have been around for a couple of decades. It's just like composting your kitchen scraps, except it's your toilet. And what happens is it goes down to the bottom into a container, and there's sawdust or some other organic, plant matter, and it's mixed and dries out and comes out like a peat moss with no odor, and this can be used for agriculture. I think the current generation of composting toilets are very, very sophisticated and really, might be usable for a lot of us. We would not find it offensive. We wouldn't have to change our lifestyle very much at all. And I think that is the kind of thing we should encourage. What would be great is if we would have the rest of the infrastructure, like the Edo people did, where someone is going to come around to your house and empty that for you and give you money. You pay. Here's your $5 for your toilet waste. It could happen. I think it will happen. In fact, the price of these things that we need to reclaim will increase, and we will definitely, I think, find ourselves faced with an economic opportunity there. The other thing, bathing. So we're using showers, and the Western way of using the tub, where you scrub off in the tub, is full of soapy water and you dump it out. Well, the Japanese system was very, very different. You look at this vector. The bath is along the vector of fresh water and fuel because you need to heat the water. In Japanese, hot water is called oyu. It's an honorific, honorable hot water. Why? Because it's special stuff. You're not going to take it for granted. One reason is because it requires fuel, to heat it up. There are many remarkable approaches to fuel saving for hot water in Japan. One is, there's something called the gyozui, which is sort of scrubbing in a tub, where the Japanese would leave a jar of water out in the sun. And this really only works when it's warm outside on a sunny day. And by the end of the day, this is raised to a nice warm temperature, sort of a warm water. And in the evening, when it's cooled down a bit, it's the perfect temperature to scrub off with. It's a bit of a cat bath. It's not hot, it's not scalding, but it's really, really great. And of course, this water, you can also, if you use that to make your tea, rather than starting with cold water, then you need less fuel. And the Japanese almost always recycled that kind of water. They didn't just dump it or waste it. In the case of a farm, they would put it in their pond, where they would have many other ways to use it for watering and for washing and things like that. In the cities, they took advantage of economies of scale. There were so many public baths. We have onsen now, we have some public baths still, but there are hundreds in Japan, and you would have a lot of people using the same hot water, using the same fuel. It's less fuel, less hot water needed for everyone. In the back, on the left side of that red gate, well, you'd crawl into there, and there was the bath where everyone could soak, and of course, the Japanese behavior, the custom is to scrub outside, so that water doesn't get very dirty. And on the back, there's a little hatch as well, and there's a guy back there who doles out your hot water. The price of admission gets you 1 bucket of water, and that's all you get. And so you're going to conserve that and use it very, very well. This would be kind of a wonderful system for us. We're not going to change our shower, etc. But if we look at the essential principles, one is, well, you're going to want to save fuel for your hot water. It has to feel good. It could be a social thing. It could be some kind of pleasant activity for us. We need to find ways to reuse the water, and it would be great if we could use it to feed plants or something like that. In Japan, for instance, now 60% of the households use these little pumps to move the bath water to the washing machine, to use the water for washing. This is a remarkable thing, a kind of very applicable solution, a very small, simple solution that could be applied in a large scale. So just to sum up, I want to say that learning from Edo, learning to think the way Edo people did, doesn't mean copying how the stuff looked. It means really grasping how everything you use is interrelated, and to see the dynamics of that kind of system and apply that to your problem solving. And I think if we do that, if we are able to adopt something like the Edo approach, then we'll be further along the road to sustainability. And thank you very much.
Can you see slide? Okay.
Okay.
And we have some dream city. This slide is water city. This one is this one. So wonderful water city, waterside house. This one, and this slide is a house made with 3D printers in Czechoslovakia. And this is a living room. This is living room. This house made within 84 hours. Living place. This is a bedroom. This is bath and restroom. The restroom. And I'll show you smart city. And this is near future city in Shizuoka Prefecture in Japan.
So let me quickly take you through our thinking as we designed the master plan with Akio and his team. So basically today, the typical street is a mess.
Can you see this slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Quickly take you through our thinking as we designed the master plan with Akio and his team. So basically today, the typical street is a mess with everything and nothing everywhere. So we started by splitting the typical street into 3 separate forms of mobility. The first type is for faster transportation, and every vehicle is autonomous with 0 emissions, and street trees create the necessary distinction between people and vehicles. The second type will be an urban promenade shared by pedestrians and slower personal mobility. And the final type of street will be a linear park with paths for pedestrians only. So imagine walking from one part of town to the other, moving only through a park. So these 3 types of streets will then weave together into a woven grid of 3 by 3 city blocks, each framing a local park or courtyard. This not only creates a more serene living environment, but it also provides a wide variety of intersections between various kinds of users, between humans and animals and vehicles and even robots. And this also helps accelerate Toyota's testing of autonomy and smart city infrastructure. So this is one of the city's typical blocks. The roofs are clad in photovoltaic tiles to power the city. All of the buildings are made primarily out of carbon neutral wood, and they combine the traditional craft of Japanese wood joinery with new robotic production methods. In a way, we can preserve and evolve the old traditions through new technology. And each block is home to a mix of spaces for living and working and playing. Below ground, we find the entire infrastructure of the city, including its hydrogen power storage and water filtration systems. A network for the autonomous delivery of goods also takes place underground and connects directly to the buildings above. Homes in the woven city will serve as test sites for new technology, such as in-home robotics to assist with daily life. So these smart homes will take advantage of full connectivity using sensor-based AI to do things automatically, like restocking your fridge, or taking out your trash, or even taking care of how healthy you are. And of course, the best part is that these homes will have spectacular views of Mount Fuji. So if we go back on the ground, a major piece of the puzzle in the whole city is the Toyota e-Pallet, an autonomous vehicle that will serve for shared transportation and mobile retail. It is also going to make deliveries to the research and development labs, which rise above the central plaza. And the e-pallets will also help create flexible programming in the central plaza, making the plaza the rebirth of the marketplace, the town square, or even the fairground. So in an age when technology, social media, and online retail is replacing and eliminating our natural meeting places, the woven city will explore ways to stimulate human interaction in the urban space. After all, human connectivity is the kind of connectivity that triggers well-being and happiness, productivity, and innovation. So here you have it, nested at the base of Mount Fuji, the Toyota woven city. Thank you.
And this movie is Woven City in Toyota. This project will begin 2011. And I'll show you.
My mom has always reminded me that I have the same proportions as a Lego man. And she does actually have a point. Lego is a company that has succeeded in making everybody believe that Lego is from their home
環
country,
境未来都市
but it's
横
not.
浜
It's from my home country.
Sorry,
So
Sensei, we cannot see.
when the Lego family called me and asked us to work with them to design the home of the
距離
brick.
にしておよそ
This is
40
the
キロの
architectural
ところ
model.
に位置
We
し
built it out of Lego, obviously.
370万人の
This is the
人口
final
を持つ
result.
Sensei, sorry.
What to do was to design a building that would be as interactive and as engaging and as playful as Lego is itself, with these kind of interconnected playgrounds on the roof.
Sorry. Sorry. Yanti Sensei, can you see this slide?
Yes, the slide,
Yeah.
but we cannot see the video.
Sorry. Well, 動かないか。Sorry. Sorry, my PowerPoint cannot use. どうしようかな。ちょっと待ってね。Please, just a moment, please.
Yeah.
Sorry. なんでですかね。コンピューター。ウェブ認証が終わったのかな。ビデオ。Yanti sensei, sorry. My my slide cannot
Cannot run?
function. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it means that you will finish your presentation, Sensei?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Sensei, for your sharing. Because now actually the time is finished, Sensei. But I would like to make a conclusion from your presentation. Otsuka Sensei has explained about the urban design and sustainability. Yes, it is important to know the problem faced now relating to the plague of COVID-19, which spread out to the entire of the world. This impact to the many aspect of human life. So, sorry. Yes. So, in the field of urban design, should the I mean all people who involved in urban development have to adjust this condition to make urban area safe and livable to all people who live in urban area. And there are many concepts should be paid attention in relation with the sustainable of the urban design, such kind of complexity, and then smart city, and then also the concepts not just about how we adjust the physical environment, but also another important aspect is about how the people who live in the urban area can live comfort and safe. The people have to be involved to create the great place by promoting regeneration of region with the concepts such kind of multifaceted communication, civic pride. For example, in Kobe City, there are action, yeah, such kind of making a woven city, and then just enough concept and so on. This is very important to make urban area become sustained, and of course all of this concept to make the people can sustain live in their environment. Maybe that is my what I have catch from the census presentation today. And for a question and answer, maybe can be continued by correspondencies, Sensei. Is that okay, Sensei?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the student can make a question to address to you by email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because now time is over. So thank you very much for Sensei's presentation. That is very important for us. Can make our knowledge broader and broader.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you very much. And Bu Ati, as the head of this program, so
Yeah. Yanti.
saya kembalikan ke Bu Ati. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you, Bu Yanti, and of course to Prof. Takehiko Otsuka about regarding your very interesting presentation. And I believe that today we learn much about urban design and sustainability. Start from former periods that Japanese people has implement in their daily life and until today, and also in the future time. Today, we have learned much about that, and I think it's very important for students and also for all of us to study about urban design and sustainability. And for Prof. Takehiko Otsuka, I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much for your kind presentation, for interesting presentation. And please, all of students, give a big applause to Prof. Otsuka.
Terima kasih.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Masta.
And would you please share your material to us?
So after I'll send you. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much once again to Prof. Otsuka and to all of participants, Bu Yanti, of course, and all of students. And we will see next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye
Terima
bye.
kasih.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
See you, Sensei.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mata aimasu.
See you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I cannot explain Yokohama Smart City.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, maybe Sensei. Someday we will visit Yokohama.
Yeah.
Yeah, hosted
I hope
by.
so. I do hope so.
Let's visit.
Yes. Okay. Let's visit.
Yeah.
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 So